Hello everyone, and thank you for registering in the Overcoming Anxiety Through Art workshop. My name is Bogdan Konikowski and I'm artist painter and president of the Artisa Society of the Arts in Edmonton. I have a privilege to teach you how to create a number of projects that can help your students to explore their emotions and reduce their anxiety through creative expressions. These meditative and calming activities can contribute to enhancing your self-esteem. You can adjust the level of difficulty according to the grade level you teach. For your convenience, in addition to this instructional step-by-step video, I have provided you with a complimentary PowerPoint presentation and handout. And thank you to my wife Izabela Ojelski, Artist Fellow, for assisting me in production of this video. And now, let's start our creative adventure.
Hello guys, today I want to introduce you to a project called Happy Cats, and I like to call it Happy Cats because we give the cats that we will have included in this project a very happy expression. If you don't like cats, or if you prefer dogs or any other kind of animals, please substitute the cats with them. So for example, if you are a lover of the dogs, make sure that you introduce the beautiful faces and bodies of the dogs. I have 2 cats, therefore my artwork will include cats. What I will need for this project? Well, we need markers or Sharpies if you have them, or maybe markers and Sharpies. Make sure that if you have highlighters, use them. They will give you those beautiful neon colors. Pencil crayons are always a good addition. And what else? If you like to have watercolors, then make sure that the paper that you will be using for this project, it's a heavy one, or even watercolor paper. Otherwise, for the markers, you can use the regular printing paper and or a medium heavy drawing paper. Let us start with the sketch. I will use pencil. If you feel confident that you can do right away a good drawing, you can start with using a marker. So, I want to have 5 cats. I will start with their heads, because I want to know where they will be placed. So the first head, make sure that it's not the small one. Another head, let's see, slightly different shape. So you see those oval shapes and there's different angles. I will place a smaller cut, or a smaller one, a shorter cut here. 1, 2, 3. Maybe another cut coming there. And then what do you think? 1, 2, 3. Maybe a smaller one on this side here. I think that would be good. Yes. So we break a little bit the space. Now, the important part is to include the ears. So the ears, 1. And another one, another one. Notice how easily they come, like this. Voila. This and this beautiful cut. Notice with the ears, we emphasize the position of our oval shapes. So those cuts are not all of them placed straight, actually neither of them. And that will give a better expression, better movement to our lovely drawing. So this particular project is about bringing happiness, representing animals that you like, as well as working with patterns. And pattern means that you repeat the same shape number of times. Now, eyes. And again, some of those eyes will be rounded, some will be closed. So what I will do with this particular cut, see, I emphasize the bottom part of the oval shape representing his or her eyes, or its eyes. Another one, and another one. I can even right away create is like this. Good. Nose. Boom. that's of course it's one way of drawing the features. If you have a better idea, do it your own way, and that's will be okay too. We have ears, eyes, noses. The eyes are not finished yet, and we want to have mouth. So since we want to have those cats be happy, that will be mouth. So extension of the nostrils of the nose. You see, another happy cat. Easy, like this. Then we want to have maybe not happy, but with reserve. Another very happy cat. See, very good. Now this cat will have eyes closed, so I'm just playing with the eyelashes, and I really emphasize the bottom part of the oval shapes representing his, her or it lovely eyes. Now this cat will look towards the other cats, therefore the irises, you see, will move more towards the left side. That's good, very good. Now this cat will be happily looking at us. This, I'm emphasizing the upper part of the eye, and I'm rounding the iris. Now if you want to add something to the face, you always can. Now this one is looking towards his friends, like this. See, so it's again, it's emphasis of the positioning of the iris. Good. Okay, I'm emphasizing the upper part. This time it's not an oval shape. We can, if you want to, why not? See, I'm emphasizing just the upper part, and I have the cuts. Now that looks really good, but we are missing something, and we are missing the whiskers. So make a couple of dots, and then place those, maybe another one, and place those nice, lovely whiskers, and the cats will be happy. Now the body, that's what we are missing. So the body will be very stylized. I start with this cat, and I move this cat a little bit more on the side, like this. And then if it's necessary, I can put the lovely tail of his over there. This cat, I like it like this. I like this cat coming here, just behind this one. So I'm putting his body here, and then I need the tail. You don't need to include the tail, I want to. So therefore I place it. This cat will come there, and then I want to have my other cat coming like this. Should I put the tail here? Maybe another one coming there. Very good. And then this one can have a tail here, and this one, I really like those tails. So we have it one. This one maybe not this way, so I will place it a little bit more going on this side. Then next step will be to think about the patterns on the cats. So for this part, I decide, for example, that this cat will have pattern like this. This one may be more elongated lines. See, this one maybe just the dots. Don't forget about the edges here. And this one, maybe nice stars. I will think about the shapes, and the same with this one. I have to think about the maybe pattern like this. Perfect. So I'm ready to work with the markers and pencil crayons. So I will start with the background. So for the background, I will need one color, and maybe I start with the blue. Now, very good, we have the backdrop. We can include some stars if you want to. You can also change the color if you decide that there will be a better color suitable for this particular project. Now we want to look at our cuts, and since I'm a right-handed person, I want to start from the left side so I don't smudge the images moving with my hand. And I'm thinking, okay, which color can work well here? And I think the orange would be a good addition. I want to have the eyes of the cat, then with the color that is in contrast to the orange, which would be the blue, and certainly the whiskers. Now I have to think about the patterns. Good. Then we want to come to the other cut, and I think that this one will be a very nice cut to work on. I'm using green because it's a complementary color to the red. Oh, we want to have maybe a really nice blue cut in the back. Now I'm thinking about which color should go over there, and I'm not so sure which one. I really don't, because when you use purple, I like brown actually there. Now we want to work on the other cuts. Since this black works really well, I think we want to give them some outlines. Now we want to think about pattern. I like the purple here. Now we need to bring some of those lines here as well. Oh wow! See, a little bit of some other colors, much better. And then we certainly will want to have a pattern in this cut. Now I think that I have to come with the marker and emphasize the position of the second cut. This. So I definitely need to make the lines a little bit stronger. And now I can think about introducing the last touches. So I think our drawing is completed, and now you are ready to work on your own Happy Cats drawing. Have a good time and enjoy. Bye. Hello guys, today I want to introduce you to creation of a collage using the photographic image or an image torn from the magazine. In my case, as a figurative artist, I have chosen a face You can choose an image of an animal or anything that you will be interested to create a very exciting collage. Additionally to the image, you need a paper. My suggestion would be that you use a white paper, either the regular printing paper or medium heavy drawing paper. Don't use a watercolor paper unless you want to work with watercolors. In our case, we will be using markers, highlighters, and pencil crayons if you want to. Glue stick will be necessary, and a pair of scissors to cut out the image and then glue it to the surface of the paper. If you think that the pencil will be of use to you, why not, as well as the ruler. I like to work right away with the pattern around the figure, because this whole idea is about creating a nice, interesting collage using pattern and various colors. So let us start with attaching the image. So cutting out first our lovely lady here. And remember, you'll use your imagination because you want to extend the image in the way that it will suit your own personality. So here we are, we have the image. And I will move it a little bit more on the side. It's important that you decide where this image will go, because everything, I mean the adjustment of the patterns and the shapes in your image will hang on to it, what will happen with the image, where this image will be placed. And I place her in the center. You can choose to place her lower, higher. That's of course up to you. So that is done. Now the next step for us will be to work on the pattern. So first of all, I have to think about the extension, what I want to do with her. And I will use this brown marker, and I want to extend her hair. So for me, that's very important because I do like the movement of her hair. Yeah, the pretty moving there, maybe like roots. I don't know what I will do with it yet, but I certainly want to use them as a starting point. So her. But where is her body when the hair is on it? So probably, no. Now in this case, I will think about creating something around her head. And I think I like the idea of halo. See her hair, let's see. Strings. I still don't know what I will do. I'm just improvising. Though improvisation is very important, remember. Because that's how the ideas are created on the spot. Then I want to have, let's see, this is very nice blue. So right now I'm working with the shapes and with the colors, developing the idea what I want to do with this image. So I think I want to create either the crown, but in this case I decided for the halo. So I want to give her I make her like a saint person or play with this idea. I like the roundness in the back. Now, let's see what we can do. We have this yellow color. And of course, we are looking at the color composition. So what can we do to make this image interesting in terms of shapes and the choice of colors and how we place them together? This idea. It's actually, since that's clarifying in my head, it's not yet perfectly developed, but already the idea of the tree roots, like her being settled and grounded, comes to my mind. I have this silver and golden marker, and I think this would be a good addition as well. like the dark blue. I need to get it back. Now we have to think about what will happen in the back. We can also use pencil crayons here, and I have some interesting colors. Let's see. Maybe. So we can combine different art mediums to get the image the way we want. So I like this color. It's a kind of greenish metallic color. I think it will nicely suit the image. Good, you can see how nice the colors work, very neutral. Well, I want to see the delicate differences. So with the silver marker, I'm applying some dots to create a little bit variety in the halo. Very subtle, notice. Let's see if we can also do something here. Oh yeah, look at this. So we can almost create an image that this halo is expanding. Look at this. That's quite good. Now, dots. So let's see which color can we use here. Silver. So we use the pencil crayons and markers. Okay, that looks quite nice. I think that we need to introduce some of those dots also in those sections to make the connection. Okay, that would be better. Yes. So for the bottom part, we want to use different colors. And we want colors that will emphasize the roots. And now we want to have different kinds of yellow applied here. I also think that we can use some of the gold. I just want to combine the different colors, like a darker yellow, neon yellow, to give variety, as well as to make it just looking more interesting. See, this is good. I think we need some of the other yellow also in emphasize it in other sections. And I'm just looking at the flesh color here. which color can we use for it. And I don't know, maybe brown, but the brown won't work so well. So I have, let's see, I have a flesh color, but it's not exactly the right color. So maybe I will use the purplish color. Purple will work well, yeah, because it's in contrast to the yellow. And then we apply some yellow next to it. See, and then we have our person. And notice what's happening here. We can apply some dots of yellow here and there. Look at this. And it's quite interesting now. It has personality, a uniqueness that we are looking always for while creating artworks, right? If you want, you can combine some of those elements, bring some of those lines inside of the photograph, but you don't need to. Pen. I'm just thinking if we should not give this outline here, some of those lines. Why not? Very lightly. Perfect. Now our image is completed. We had, I hope, lots of fun, and now we are ready to work on your own image. So have a good day and see you next time. Bye. Hello guys, today I will be teaching you how to paint a beautiful seascape with a silhouette of the boat on full sea. So let us start with establishing the horizon line. That means the line that will divide sea from the sky. And I would suggest that you go a little bit more than half. Make sure that it's really the horizontal line. So how can you check if that's horizontal line? Just measure it. I also have forgotten to mention to you about securing the paper to the board. Now I also like to have a sunset, and I will push it a little bit more towards this side. My sun will be here, sunrise, sunset, whatever we want to have. There will be the lines here, or reflection of the sun on the water. We'll have those beautiful colors moving here, and I want to have a boat, and depending how big it will be, you will present the boat closer to us or going a little bit farther. Remember that will be a silhouette of the boat, so what you want to have is just the line. Let's see, maybe I place the boat, yeah, I will place it here. So that will be my drawing, yeah, and I want to have it going this way. I will also have some reflections of the boat. Then I need the mast, quite tall, and of course sails. So here they will be. That's quite nice actually. I will even move my boat over there. Good. Then I think that's it. Now we just have to apply watercolors and then work with the markers or with the paint, depending of your preference. So right now I want to have a little bit of the, let's see, the water. I want to have a little bit of yellow. Let's see here. And then when I have my sun, I can have white color, but let's see, what about when I just add some yellow? Later on, I can apply even pure white on this section. Okay, like this. And then I want to move towards the orangey colors. It's now time To bring some red, and I have two different kinds of red. I want to use this raspberry, I call it red. Good, and then I think we want to have some purple. And that would be good. Then we'll move to the water. And I think that the water can also get some of the blue color and purple color. I start with the very deep purple on the bottom. I also will try to leave some of this white, which will later recreate using some opaque paint, which will be either the tempera or our acrylic paint. Like this. So let's see what will happen when we get a tiny bit of grain into our water. Actually, that's not bad. I like the effect. It's quite nice. And then I will use a little bit of the purple next to the sun. Notice how bright the yellow becomes. Just a small addition. And then a couple of lines here. Good. Now it's time to work on the boat. I will take black paint and go on top of the boat. And then I can finish the rest with markers if I want to be very, very precise. I can create some reflection of the boat, especially here. And I can use tiny bit of purple here as well. And remember, I used to slice zigzag lines because water moves. So it's not a static object, and therefore depends on the wind, of the waves. See, this image also has to move. So very good. Then the mast, I will be very careful with touching the ground. I know that I have to, otherwise I won't be able to create really precise line. You can wait until the paint is dry. Now with the sails, I'm thinking, how to approach it. Should I leave it white? I like actually when it's white. I want to clean up my yellow. Just apply some of the green in it. So the yellow has to be really pure. And then we can bring some of the yellow onto those white spots to create reflection of the sun. I think that will be okay. We can leave the white the way it is, or we can still apply some white, and I will show you in a second. Okay, see, something is happening here. That looks quite nice. Looks quite interesting. So I have my white. I used this time tempera. I decided that it will be easier for me to get it from the bottle. And notice, with the small brush, I can make those skinny lines here, representing the reflection. Those sails, if I should make them a little bit stronger, what do you think? Maybe of certain color, because that will be, but when you put yellow it won't be so good. So I will just use, either leave the paper the way it is, or I will apply some of my tempera paint. I can see that I got some white spots. Now I'll just clean them up. Bring some blue onto here. And that the painting is done. So now, since our painting is more or less dry, not completely, but I think we can already take the risk and remove the, oh my goodness, look what's happening. The best way is to wait until the paint is completely dry and then carefully, the way how I do it right now, remove the masking tape. Very, very careful. Don't rush it, don't pull it up, because that will certainly not help. You have to be careful, and always move it from the center, from the inner to the outer part. Uh-oh. Be careful here. Wow, we got those nice edges. Notice, and then the last one happening here. Very good. So our painting is done. If you want to, you can even add some silver. So for example, let's see where we could add it to the water to make it more colorful. It's not necessary, but since I have silver paint, I might as well bring a little bit of it onto our painting. You don't need to do it, of course. Like I said, I have extra, some of it here. So fantastic. So that's what we have, and I hope that you enjoyed watching the video, and now you are ready to paint your own. Have a good day and see you next time. Bye.